On this day, 465 years ago, Elizabeth I's coronation took place at Westminster Abbey. The day before the coronation took place, on the 14th of January 1559, Elizabeth's grand procession left the Tower of London at 1400. Elizabeth's procession traveled towards Westminster Abbey, where she was, quote, richly furnished and most honorably accompanied, with gentlemen, barons, and other nobility of this realm, also with a notable train of goodly and beautiful ladies richly appointed. It's also interesting to note that while this procession from the Tower of London to Westminster Abbey was not kept within royal tradition, Elizabeth followed a similar procession path for her coronation that her mother, Anne Boleyn, would have followed at her own coronation. After all, it was during Anne Boleyn's coronation that she was pregnant with the future Queen Elizabeth I. Elizabeth's coronation would take place on Sunday, the 15th of January 1559. This was the date that her astrologer, John Dee, recommended. What's interesting about this coronation is that Elizabeth was crowned by a Catholic bishop who conducted the crowning in Latin, but parts of the service were still read in both Latin and English. This was done strategically to seem like a compromise between old Catholic practices and some of the newer Protestant practices that Elizabeth would hope to introduce. When she emerged from the Abbey as queen, she was met with the fanfare of triumphant horns, drums, pipes, and fifes. I guess the next step is just to get married.